The first time I came to this farm, after receiving information from an elderly couple at another shrine, I went home with the weight of my problems lifted from my shoulders. My problems weren't gone, but sort of the effects of them had gone. And I found that I had become very non-materialistic. I'd been very possessive of some things from my parents and my first wife, all of who have passed away. And I realized that you can't take it with you. I guess that was my first conversion here. What I find so interesting about the Greenside farm here, I believe the Blessed Mother is appearing. And of course anything I say is my opinion. The Church has not made up its mind about it. But I truly and honestly believe the Blessed Mother's here. I have been part of miracles. You know, when someone claims they'd lost their hearing aid, and all of a sudden they say they're hearing as well as if they had their hearing aid after blessing their ear or touching their ear with the holy water. I was present with a man, a 72-year-old man from Buffalo, was going to go in the hospital the following week in Buffalo for experimental surgery, laser surgery on his inner ear, cancer. And when he got into the x-ray room to do the CAT scan, they couldn't find the cancer. I believe medical papers have arrived here now saying there's no medical explanation for that. I know of an RCMP officer from Moncton, New Brunswick, came up to Ottawa to say goodbye to friends. He was full of cancer. They said, "Oh, let's go down the Greenside farm. We've been there a couple of times. It's wonderful. It's peaceful. You come away feeling so good." He said, "No, I don't believe in God. I'm not a Christian. I'm not baptized." But however, he came down. And it was a hot summer's day, so they asked if he could go in the Greenside's home and just rest for a while. Mrs. Greenside saw Dory, one of the main visionaries of about 7 or 8 that come here quite regularly, coming down the hill from, say, the stations. And she asked Dory, would she come into the house and say a prayer for him? To the best of my knowledge, Dory never touched him. No hocus pocus, no hands on or what have you, just quietly knelt beside this RCMP officer. And after 5 or 10 minutes went in the kitchen and said, "Mama Greenside, I think maybe we have a miracle." He was back in the hospital Wednesday of that week for scheduled x-rays to monitor how it was going. The doctors in Moncton, New Brunswick could not find any cancer in him whatsoever. So that sort of answers the question, do you have to be a believer in all this? Do you have to be a Catholic? The answer is no. The Blessed Mother, to the best of my knowledge, has never ever used the word Catholic. When she claimed the water was blessed, she said, "Make it available to everyone."
My name is Marcel. I'm here in Marmora this morning. Can you? I don't find this easy. I come to Marmora, and this is my 19th time today. The first time I was in Marmora, I found it hard. I thought everybody was crazy, and I said I would never come back. And so I figured today I must be very crazy, being here my 19th time. I was here last night, and I went in the mountains, did the crossings, and it was a rainy night, and I find it difficult to find my place in society. And I come to Marmora because I feel there's something that draws me here, and I know that Jesus is here and the Mary on this property, and this is where I find my peace. But I always have to remember that I have to go back in the world, and that is most difficult for me. I carry this cross, which is 100 years old. It was made by a friend of mine, and I carry it for the pain of all prisoners. I call it the cross of the prisoners, like the one I have in my neck, because I think many times the prisoners are forgotten. I was a prisoner. My son's a prisoner, and Jesus was also a prisoner. And sometimes we pray, but we also have to be in action in prayer. In action is to show our love for Jesus and never to be ashamed of Jesus. This farm here in Marmora, like early now, this early in the morning, people are coming in, and I feel like they're my family. This is where my real family is. And it's not easy to be a good Christian, because you have to change your ways. You have to do the interior reform. The interior reform is to change your way of thinking. I'm a Catholic, but there's more to life than just being a Catholic. There's things that have to change. People have to change. Our communities have to change. And it's a struggle. It's a very, very hard struggle to follow Jesus. And this is where I find my peace.